I tried to do the countdown, Mike. I dogged it. Hey guys, it's Joey Ryan here again with Melina Mike. We're at the CSI Expo and we're joined by Blake Baker. What's up, Blake?
How's it going, everybody?
Good. Where is everybody, Mike?
I don't know, man. Maybe. Well, first you need to go and make sure they can hear us.
Yeah,
Number
let's
one.
see if they can hear
Number
us.
two, the reason why I'm over here.
Oh, it's because we didn't do the 30 seconds.
On the left. No, it ain't that. Listen, I'm over here because Joey didn't want me sitting next to Blake. It got real awkward here about 15 seconds ago.
Oh, God.
Blake's trying to hold himself back. But the reason why we got him on is because you're kind of the talk of the town right now, man. You've had a pretty strong, what was it, like 72-hour run here?
Yeah, 4 days, 96 hours total. But yeah, beat Shane on Sunday, then knocked off Albin last night.
How old are you, Blake?
26.
What's it like going and beating, I'd imagine growing up playing pool, Shane's always been that guy for American fans and for any pool fans for that matter.
Right.
What was it like seeing that matchup, and is this the first time you played him?
Yeah, the first time I played him, and I've just kind of waited for this match my whole life, really, just the opportunity to finally get to play him and to kind of show him that I can hang with him and even beat him, and just to be in that limelight, to be playing in the same stage with him and competing with him is just something I've been dreaming for a very long time. And to actually go out there and perform the best I possibly could in front of everybody and beating him, it was like one of the best feelings of my life. And I couldn't hold all the emotions in. I started crying. I had to go outside.
Really? Tears?
Oh, yeah. Tears.
Oh,
I was so
awesome.
happy. And it was unreal. And then, like I said, knocking off Albin last night, I feel like it kind of like solidified that the first beating Shane wasn't a fluke, kind of. Everybody, it's a bar table. You got lucky, but
that was my thing. That
Right.
was when I say it, because guys of your speed, it's like if you get a good break and you got some momentum,
right.
you're capable of putting that on anyone on the bar table.
Exactly.
But doing it on a big table with the guy who's had the success that Albin's had over
Right.
the last 12 months, walk us through that, man, and what that match was like.
It was unreal, man. Like I just knew nobody's got these tables dialed in perfect yet, and I know these top pros, they're going to make mistakes too. You just got to capitalize on those mistakes, and you can't be acting like you're playing the world's best players. You're acting like you're supposed to be playing there with them. You got to act like you belong with them, and you got to keep that mentality, knowing that you can beat them. And once you slip up one little bit, that's all it takes. And
that's all fine and dandy when you're giving that like coaches talk, right? But it's different when you're out there and you're battling and you're competing on the pool table. Like, how do you stay as mentally tough in that regard?
I just know that you just come with some shots and get respect, and you put a little heat on these guys at all. All these guys are humans. They have pressure too, and they're supposed to be the heavy favorites in a lot of these matches, but once the underdog comes with some shots and puts some heat on them, man, like I said, you come with some good safeties, put them in jacked up, put them right over a ball or something. You just got to come with shots that will put a little heat on them. If you come, like I said, and you make a great bank shot, or you play a great safe, or you make an incredible out that you see him clapping,
Yeah, giving you respect back.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know, I'm very friendly when it comes to when I'm playing players like that. I always try to keep smiling the whole time, laughing. Very first shot, I broke dry, and he plays it safe. He puts me in like Alcatraz, man. Like literally, I could not hit the one ball. It's physically impossible. And so I asked him, "You called push, right?" him and all the Euros just started dying laughing, and it was just really cool to like kind of get off on that foot, of us laughing together instead of being so competitive.
It normalizes it some.
Exactly.
It takes the edge off.
Exactly. Yeah. And then the same thing happened like a few games later. I slapped the ball in and sold out. I was like, hey man, it's your option. You can give it back,
Knowing what he's gonna say, but it lightens the mood.
Yeah, he didn't get much of a smirk on that one, but
that's funny.
But
yeah. Hey guys, we're here at the CSI Expo talking to Blake Baker. Do us a favor, comment in here and let us know that you can hear us and see us okay. We've had some pretty good internet here, and been able to do some good streams. So we just need to make sure that you guys can hear us okay. So Blake, man, you beat Shane, you beat Albin. Like, you got to be on top of the world. You got to feel super confident right now.
It's unreal. It's really surreal to have this moment finally hit me. Like I said, I've been really waiting my whole pool career for kind of this last 4 days to finally hit. And, yeah, just really
fans walking by waving to you.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. But like I said, it's really surreal to finally hit me like this. Been playing my whole career just for pretty much this moment. I got last week. I got invited to the World 10 Ball.
Nice.
That caught me off guard. And it's that got me extra motivated for these events coming up. And I was like, wow, if I get somebody's looking at me. If I got invited for that event, so I'm like, I gotta. This week, I just put so much preparation in at home, and knowing mentally I have to be here and there to play. And if eyes are on me somewhere, if I beat a couple guys like I did, then I know there's gonna be a lot more eyes on me. So
Yeah.
Without giving away too much of your secrets, right? Because everyone's got their own routine and their regiment. Uh, what was that preparation like? What all did it entail? You got a family, so I'd imagine there's a lot of sacrifice.
Right.
Also.
Yeah, a lot. You definitely, once you have the kid, you don't shoot as much as you'd like, but you still got to. And like I said, competing with this guys, you still got to put the time, the preparation. But a lot of it, man, was playing 6-8 hours a day. A lot playing like 2-3 hours alone, just working on the break, the little things like that. The little things that separate you from them, really. You just gotta. I know that like Shane, he'll go practice his break for 3-4 hours a day if he has to. So I know that's what it takes to get to that next level. And I was so determined after I got the invite that that's all I did. I was in the pool all 8-10 hours a day, and I never gave up. And like I said, just put tons of preparation in for that. I've been kind of waiting for my whole life for this moment, and I didn't want to fail in front of everybody.
Without putting too much pressure on you, like one time, okay, you can get there one time. Just do it again, following it up with Albin. Now, I don't want to say there's expectations, but you seems like you have your own expectations.
I do.
To go and deliver for yourself.
Right, exactly. Like I said, if I didn't perform this last week or 2 weeks, whatever, that this is pretty much my best shot of like putting my name out there and getting recognition. Is I know getting this invite and just being in this limelight in front of everybody, and I knew if I performed well, this is my best chance to get a big time sponsorship or whatnot. This is my best chance to get my name out there.
Well, it looks like you're proving that you're on that radar, and it's not giving you an invite out of a courtesy or, it's you going and taking it, you going and earning it.
Right. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, that's all the hard work is finally paying off. It's full circle. It's crazy.
Hey guys, we're here talking with Blake Baker, having a great tournament so far. Do us a favor, share this feed, let other people know about it because, Blake's one of these players. You're out of Washington, Spokane area, right?
Yeah.
And, you don't travel too much. I saw you down at the Texas Open, but you don't get around that much.
Right.
So he's popping on the scene here, guys. So get this out, share it, let people know about him. Blake, one thing I'm really curious about, one is your preparation while you're here. We talked about what you did beforehand, but what's your day look like? You play tonight at 7 p.m. You play Justin Martin. He's a good player from North Carolina.
Right.
So take us through what your day looked like today.
Well, last night was a little different. I went to bed later than normal. I didn't get done with my Albin match till around 12:30 or 1, and then I was on such a high from that match.
I was about to ask that. That was going to be what I was going to ask. How do you come down off of that?
I couldn't go to sleep till like 5 this morning, but I knew I didn't play till 7 tonight, so I couldn't get away with it a little bit. But yeah, I slept in a little bit till about 11 or noon this morning, and then had a good.
So like a normal day for Melina Mike. Wake up at noon.
He's got jokes.
But no, had a good meal, and I knew I just had to get down here early. I think I showed up around 1:30, and I just watching good pool. There's not a whole lot of practice tables to get good time on, but I know I just got to keep my mind right, watching great pool and try to mimic what they do, and and just stay focused. I know I couldn't be lollygagging, hanging out with friends. I just had to stay focused, be there in the moment. Like I said, trying to learn everything I can.
One of the worst things that I've experienced is when you have that huge victory and then you have a letdown, right? And not that Justin Martin, there's nothing wrong if you would happen to lose to him. I mean, he's a good player, but he's not Albin Ouschan, right? And so have you thought about like mentally, like keeping that stamina going mentally throughout this event?
Yeah. So after I beat Shane, that was at the final 8 of the winner's side. So after beating him, I was guaranteed 5th, 6th. But then I lost 2 of my next 3 matches, and I finished 4th.
Do you think that's like what Kind of like what Joey's talking about.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of slipped. I just
It's like you won the tournament.
Yeah, I
but
beat the
you
best
didn't.
player in the world, and now I'm like, how can I lose?
That's fair. That's a fair reaction, man.
And it hit me. I lost 2 really tight hill matches, and I finished 4th. But like I said, just a couple of minor mistakes that I definitely didn't make against Shane, and it just I think almost played down to my competition almost. But I know I can't do that, and that was a big learning curve this last weekend. Even though I beat Shane, it cost me money not getting winning one more match. And man, I heard it from everybody already. How bad I dogged it after I beat Shane. it's the worst part. But
Well, you're on the right show for that.
yeah, exactly.
We dog it all the time.
Right. Well, yeah. But so yeah, that was a huge learning curve for me. So even though I beat Shane, I still didn't finish where I wanted to, and that is huge for coming into the moment. Like you said, beat Albin, and now I'm playing. Even though Justin's probably a 750, 760 player still, he's not Albin Ouschan or Shane.
Right.
So I still gotta, like you said, I still gotta stay focused, play my game, and even though I do play up to my competition sometimes, I still gotta stay at that level. I can't play down at all.
I've talked with Albin before, and even after the successful year that he's had, he said, "Man, I maybe went home and relaxed for a couple of days, 48 hours, and he's back at it practicing. It's it's that work ethic, that execution, that confidence in your ability to execute that'll go and separate you. Whenever you were talking earlier, you mentioned about kind of firing back at him, sending some message with some shots.
Right.
Are you trying to do that, or is it kind of like you want to play the right shot that's for that moment, or you want to go and just,
Yeah, you're trying to make a statement.
Yeah,
I guess.
It kind of goes both ways. I mean, you don't want to go for like a Hail Mary and then sell out the farm, but at the same time, like if you come with some good shots, I remember like last night I was about to jump. I think it was Hill the second set. I was about to jump the one ball, but instead I kicked behind it, kick stopped it, and kicked the one ball, banked it up table, and played a perfect save. And then he clapped afterwards. But before I called the jump shot, and I was going to do it directly because it's really hard to make the jump and get shape on the 2. I kind of just don't be stupid, just do the kick save. And then sure enough, he applauded me for it, and I ended up winning the Hill game to win the set.
Did you guys talk at all after the match?
Not a whole lot. No, it was pretty fortunate for me. The
Albin gets tilted if he loses, homie. Trust me.
He does. Second set, Hill. The 9 was off the table. He makes the 8, trying to get shape on the 10, and he scratches. So to force the shootout, he scratched getting to the 10. So
man.
He just turned around and gave me a fist bump, but no, he wasn't very happy.
Well, it's cool getting that respect though, and I know we've talked about your recent successes. Let's talk about your goals for this year. What are you realistically trying to go and achieve as a professional pool player in this year?
Well, I would say so. I'm just now probably really hitting the scene as far as pro, so I probably won't be in contention with Moscone this year. But I'm going to go to as much pro events as I can before the end of the year, and just try to attend every single one I can. Try to get as much notoriety as possible. But hopefully next year I will be in the contention for the team. Or
it's all about those statements, right? And those steps you got to go and take. It's if you follow that up with more victories and more consistency against top players and finishing the ones that you're supposed to go and finish, and not letting those matches afterwards kind of get off the hook when you're supposed to go and deliver. Those are the things that go and will have a progression for you as a professional player. And it seems like just I followed you for at least the last, let's say, 24 months, man, that every time I see you, you're getting better and better and better. And it's one thing to say, I remember when Jesus played Shane, he was he's my idol and he's this, and that's great and all. But you got to have that killer attitude to go and put them away the way that they're going to put you away.
Exactly.
Well, you said something before, Blake, that kind of resonated with me because I used to try to do this when I was out competing. It's kind of like you got to make yourself believe that you belong.
Exactly.
Right? If you're an underdog, you can't think you're an underdog. Right. You have to think I'm the favorite, even when it's ridiculous.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. So, you're wearing the Jam Up shirt. I know that you've been sponsored by them for a long time. You were kind of with them for a while, and now, man, Damien, they've really blown up. They're doing some great things. Tell us about that relationship there.
It's awesome. So I got to know him a little bit. He lived on the Seattle side when I first met him, and I just moved to Spokane and met him a couple tournaments, played him. But then he hit me up with a sponsorship right after I won the U.S. Amateur, and then 2 weeks after that, I got second to Paggy Line in a big bar table tournament. Then he hit me up. He's like, "Man, I'd love to have you represent my company." I couldn't be happier. And then it's pretty much after 6 months after that, he just started blowing up out of nowhere, and just like that, Jam Up partners with Predator, and
It's crazy, right?
it's unreal, man. It's just full circle. And then, like I said, he probably only had like 3 to 5. They called them brand ambassadors at the time, and now he's got his own pro team, junior team, semi-pro team.
He's like the Predator of apparel.
Exactly,
You know,
exactly.
he's getting everybody.
It's unreal. Like you look at least 30, I'd say a third of these people, they're wearing Jam Up.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Like for how many different clothing businesses there are in pool, to see such a majority of them wearing Jam Up is very impressive, and I'm so glad to represent the brand, and couldn't be happier, really.
Guys, we're here talking with Blake Baker. We're here at the CSI Expo. This is day 2. He's got a big match coming up at 7 p.m. against Justin Martin. He beat Albin Ouschan yesterday. So we're just talking with Blake and, kind of getting his insights on some things. Do us a favor, make sure you share and like this. Get it out to as many people as possible.
I want to, and I know we got to let you go because you're going to be having to get ready for your match. But I want to get you out of here on this. What experience, if any, have you had with Justin? He's kind of similar to you, a young American player,
Right.
stock on the rise. Have you played him before at all?
We've never played each other, but I seen him for the first time in the first one of these events in Tucson, and we hung out a lot. I got to know him. We watched matches and stuff together, so we're good buddies just from playing in a couple of these tournaments together.
Nice.
So it's gonna be much respect and good match, but hopefully I pull out the win.
I like both you guys. So
Oh,
Yeah, Blake, this is a corny question. At least people ask me to ask people this question, so I'm just going to ask you, what's in your case? Tell people what you play with.
Oh, okay. I'm sponsored by Pat Davini. I got a shoe with a beautiful custom cue from him, and then I have a Harold Prine break cue and jump cue that I use. He's a custom cue maker from Spokane.
Those Davini cues are beautiful,
They are
but
gorgeous.
I got to question him because Molina Mike uses one and he can't make a ball.
Well, that's him.
I was banking them in like on Bad Boys, man. I was making them all in until you showed up. That's what it was. Listen,
Hey, we got a lot of good feedback in here. People keep up the hard work, Blake Baker.
That's awesome.
Good luck, play the game.
you got a lot of
Yeah,
fans,
so
man.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. I
We-
love it.
we actually earlier we were asking people for predictions, and some guy was in here saying Blake Baker, you're all the way.
Oh, wow. That's
And
awesome.
so you beat Albin.
Right.
You're gonna have to beat like 5 Albins to
Yeah.
win this thing.
Maybe 8
Maybe
of them.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So real quick, before we let you go, this CSI Expo is just growing every year. We were
Yeah.
here last year.
Absolutely.
This year they're up to 192 players. Next year it's going to be 256.
Is that what they said?
Yeah. So walking in here and bumping shoulders with one of the Coe brothers, and then
Right.
looking the other way and there's Shane and all these great players. What's it like for you? Is it kind of surreal?
Yeah, it kind of reflects kind of what I was saying earlier, as far as like seeing all these guys and knowing that you're finally in that stage to be in the same, shooting on the same tables with them, and eventually beating them, or coming close with them in a match, whatever. Just competing and hanging with them is so surreal to finally come full circle. Like I said, I've been just waiting for this probably my whole life, and just to finally have this moment and have them respect you. Just like Thorsten came up to me, you're the Albin killer, and gives me a fist bump, just
Albin Killer.
it's really cool.
A champion. Thorsten's been through a lot.
I don't think
That's
Albin
pretty
likes that
amazing.
nickname.
No, he doesn't. No, I guarantee he
Don't
doesn't.
ever tell that story again while
No.
you see a European around.
The Albin Killer. Oh, that's
But yeah,
great.
so just getting respect from fellow Europeans like that, it's just incredible. Just to even though I beat one of them, they're still gonna dish the respect out back and know
Yeah.
that I deserved it. And it's incredible to finally, like I said, have these guys come up to me and talk to me like I'm one of them.
Yeah.
It's just
Well, you are,
thanks, buddy.
and the job's not done yet.
That's right.
And I know you know that.
That's
And
right.
you got fans all over the country, and you got fans in us, man.
Thanks, buddy. I
Oh,
really
yeah.
appreciate that, man. You
Yeah.
have no idea.
Good luck to you out there.
Thank you.
And you seem to be like an emotional guy, so
Oh,
I
yeah.
hope you cry a couple more times.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
On the way to them W's.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Guys, we're going to tune out now. We'll be back in a little bit. Thanks for being with us.